makanan utama, dimasak pakai minyak kelapa, hidangan rakyat jelate. Tahu tempe cabai rawit, bikin mulut komat kamit. Nasinya panas, kecapnya manis, bibir pedes sampai ngeringin. Oh, tahu tempe.
Tofu and tempeh have become staple foods and enjoy widespread acceptance and consumption in Indonesia. High concentrations of nutrients and protein, low price and good taste have made these soya-based products a favorite food for most Indonesians. They can be deep fried, sautéed or grilled, seasoned with salt, spices or chili, eaten with soup, with rice or alone as snacks. Soya used to be commonly grown in Indonesia, but due to a combination of government policy for import subsidies and due to cheap soybeans from subsidized US farmers, cultivation has fallen considerably.
The cost of soybeans in Indonesia has seen record highs in recent months.
98% of the soya used in Indonesian tempeh and tofu production is imported from the United States. Tofu and tempeh value chains are key to the local economy, serving as a source of income to 85,000 businesses which support approximately 285,000 workers, 40 to 50% of which are women, and generate a revenue of around $78 million. In Indonesia, the tofu and tempeh market is mostly comprised of businesses in the informal sector. Workers are often marginalized migrants, unable to obtain local residence permits. These micro, small and medium enterprises are inefficient, not bankable, and produce low quality of tofu and tempeh. Lack of regulation of the sector has led to substandard safety and sanitation. Moreover, smoke and liquid waste coming from the tofu and tempeh production process contribute to environmental degradation, which is already a paramount threat in urban Indonesia. A closer look into the tofu and tempeh value chains revealed the sources of these problems. The SMEs are characterized by a low productivity at the factory level. The equipment is rusted, which reduces the shelf life of the tofu and results in inefficient use of resources. Losses are estimated at $10 per day for the average SME. Vendors and producers have limited market access due to their limited capacity and access to finance. Limited income and knowledge on the benefits of improved production and financial services inhibit investments as well as enterprise upgrade and growth. Furthermore, tofu and tempeh value chains face the problem of environmental pollution. Examples include lack of waste management and the burning of firewood in processing. Consequently, the Indonesian government has shut down a number of factories due to environmental impact, which indicates that current small enterprises and workers may likewise be at risk of closure. Inside the tofu and tempeh factories, workers are exposed to excessive heat, humidity and smoke, which make the workers susceptible to eye irritation and respiratory diseases. Workers spend 7 to 8 hours a day, 7 days a week in a closed, smoky environment. Protective gear is not used and workers walk barefoot on floors topped with acidic residue. No formal health insurance or health compensation is normally available to these workers. Another problem in the tofu and tempeh sector is that some producers alter their products by adding toxic and illegal additives, for example formaldehyde, to increase the shelf life of tofu, causing health issues for consumers who are unable to differentiate between the healthy and non-healthy products. Tofu and tempeh products lack branding and labeling, leaving consumers uninformed as to the conditions in which the tofu and tempeh were produced. Thus, vendors who sell tofu and tempeh produced in factories that apply cleaner production are unable to communicate this to customers. This results in their inability to increase sales on a higher quality product. Furthermore, though the law requires registration with local government, the informality of most tofu and tempeh SMEs means that most businesses are unregistered.
This around 2 years, and then during the implementation I assisted by 3 POs and then 2 program officers.
The Tofu and Tempeh project was launched to address the problems that underscore today's tofu and tempeh industries through a value chain and market development approach. This approach is unique as it fosters effective business-to-business cooperation horizontally and vertically along the tofu and tempeh value chains, and links the actors to much-needed supporting markets such as financial institutions and equipment suppliers.
Ya, Bapak, Ibu-ibu yang terhormat, warga dari Paguyuban Promosi Tempe di Kramat Jati.
Drum, oli bekas itu sebenarnya bisa diganti dengan drum stainless. Kalau misalkan teman-teman perajin sini berpikirnya, oh pasti mahal luar biasa, rata-rata mungkin artinya
The Tofu and Tempeh goal is to increase income, improve working conditions, and diminish environmental impact of production for 15,200 enterprises in Greater Jakarta while providing safe food to 4 million consumers. Tofu and Tempeh's purpose is to increase efficiency and product quality for 3,300 entrepreneurs. During the pilot phase of the project, the Tofu and Tempeh team identified equipment suppliers who were not marketing to tofu and tempeh producers, not realizing the huge market potential within the sector. Many facilities are operating with outdated and unclean equipment. Tofu and Tempeh renovated one tofu and one tempeh factory in Jakarta as a pilot project. The factories were upgraded with modern equipment and cleaner production capabilities, resulting in a 30% increase in efficiency in the tofu factories. These demonstration factories show other producers they can improve food quality and safety and reduce production costs and pollution by introducing more efficient, environmentally friendly technology to their own facilities. Furthermore, the tofu and tempeh sector has been neglected by the financial system, most likely due to the nature of these enterprises, small and micro without a legal business entity or established banking relationships. The Tofu and Tempeh team met with financial institutions to demonstrate the vast business potential for loan products to tofu and tempeh producers. During the second phase, the project will engage a larger number of producers to invest in upgrading infrastructure, thereby substantially increasing the supply of quality tofu and tempeh products. Currently, the majority of producers are unaware of the benefits of equipment upgrades to their own production, sales and incomes. Nevertheless, the pilot project showed that once informed, producers are willing to invest in improving the infrastructure of their factories. The project also engaged financial institutions who are now willing to extend loans to tofu producers for technology upgrades. In order to ensure sustainable information flow, financial institutions are providing embedded information services on the benefits of improved production to tofu and tempeh producers. Simultaneously, through strategic marketing, Tofu and Tempeh will promote consumer demand for safe tofu by involving producers and vendors of hygienic tofu and tempeh to brand their product accordingly. Branding safe tofu and tempeh will systematically increase consumer awareness of product safety. thereby increasing demand for quality tofu and tempeh. The project will also focus on developing a distribution channel for quality tofu and tempeh by fostering vendors' business relationships with quality tofu and tempeh producers. Tofu and tempeh will reach 3,300 tofu and tempeh producers and vendors and their potential markets through this initiative, and indirectly benefit another 15,200 enterprises. Through this initiative, enterprises will increase incomes by an average of 15%, and 4 million consumers will have a choice to access quality tofu and tempeh with improved environmental practices across the board.